Hello, you guys. Hello. We'll get started here momentarily.
Hi, sir.
Hello. Jaden, are you and your brother both taking class today or just you?
Both of us, sir.
Okay, good. You have the lead today. All right, Mr. Jishnu, I'm going to put you right here, sir. And I'll have you scoot over to this side, and then we'll have the Shakers right here. All right. So I'll have you right here. All right, from here, face flags, please. Hit it. And cookie de hingnem. Turn and face me, please. Hit it. 사부님께 경례. Let's warm it up a little bit. Hands on the hips. We're going to rotate the neck side to side. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Up and down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Rotate your hips in a circle. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Other way. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Feet together now, hands on your knees. Rotate your knees in a circle. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Other way. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. This time from here, bring your left or right foot up behind you. Left hand grabs. What you're going to do from here now is we're going to do a new exercise. So you're just going to keep your balance here. You're going to go up onto your left toes. You're going to go up and down just like this. Each count. Okay, ready? 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. This one's hard. It's not easy. 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉. There you go. Good. 열. and down. Switch feet. So left leg up, right hand grabs. Same thing, you're going to go up on your right toes and down. Ready? Hanam. 둘. 셋. 넷. 다섯. 여섯. 일곱. 여덟. 아홉. 열. And relax. Good. So this exercise serves two purposes. One is for balance, obviously, trying to not let go and put your leg down. That's the first thing. Second is to make our calf muscles and our single leg muscles stronger. So the stronger that calf muscle is, the easier it is for us to pivot, to turn our foot. Right? And of course, everyone here has kicks where you have to turn your foot. So you want to make sure that you get up on your toes and you turn your foot. That makes it a lot easier. So that's why we're practicing this movement here. All right? So from here, spread your feet 2 shoulders apart now. Face right. Touch your head to your leg and hold. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up this time. Turn to the middle. Lean forward. Try and touch your elbows to the floor. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up to the left side now. Stretch over the leg. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up. Good. Go ahead and sit down for me, please. Legs open up as wide as you can. Turn to your left. Reach over with the right hand. Touch your toes. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up to the other side. Same thing. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up to the middle now. Legs open up a little bit wider. Slowly stretch forward. Try and touch your elbows and your forehead to the ground. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up. Bring those feet together, legs straight out in front of you this time. Reach forward and try and touch your toes for me. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And up. This time, bottoms of the feet together now. Butterfly stretch. Bring your feet in as close to your body as possible and then push your knees all the way down. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. And good. Stand up, please. Turn around and fix your toe books. Shake out the legs just a little bit. All right, from here, everyone. Chumbi. Go back into fighting stance and key out for me. All right, so from here, what we're going to do today is we're not going to move forward. We're not going to move backward. We're just going to kind of stay in place. We're going to work on our side kicks for just a little bit. So what I want to do is from here, you guys are all in your fighting stance. What we're going to do is we're going to bring our left leg up. Okay? So in your fighting stance position here, all I want you to do is just bring your left leg up to the side for me. Okay? Your other leg, Mr. Jishnu. Okay, so everyone's got their left leg up. Now, if you look down at your right foot, the one that you're standing on, okay, this is what we call a half pivot right now. Okay, so that means that your foot is turned halfway already. Okay? Now, what you have to do is you have to turn the foot all the way. So what you're going to do is that foot that you're standing on, you're going to push up like we did. Remember that exercise we just did? So you're going to push up onto the toe and you're going to turn so that the heel is facing the mirrors. For those of you here at Apex, for those of you at home, your foot is going to turn towards your camera. Okay? So like this, you're going to turn toward the camera. Okay? When you do that, when you turn, then you're going to push the kick straight out. Okay? All right, I want you to work on that for just a little bit. All you're going to do is just each time you do it, just bring the front leg up, pivot and kick, and then go ahead and put it back down. Okay? Go ahead and work on that just a little bit. It's all right. You're fine. One. There you go. Perfect. Good. All right, go ahead and try that again. So just stay right here. Now pivot. There you go. Good. And then push. There you go. So the one thing that you're doing right now is when you get here, you pivot. And so what you're doing is you're turning your hip all the way out like this. So what we're hoping to do is I want you to keep your hip sideways. If you notice, you see how my hip doesn't turn. Correct. Yes. Yes. That's the motion. So then what happens is that in order to get stronger with this kick, we have to, right? That's where the thrust comes into play. So from here, this and the push occur at the same time. Yes. Yes, sir. Yep, you got it. And don't worry about kicking high. You don't need to worry about kicking high today. Just kind of kick low, comfort level. Yep. No. Mr. So just bring your leg up. You see how my foot's sideways like this? And then when I kick, I turn. Okay? Okay. Lift the leg up. And then turn your foot and kick. Okay, better. Okay, so it takes a little practice. All right. Jade and Timothy, is it possible to bring your camera down just a little bit so I can see your feet? If not, then I can just have you guys scoot back a little bit too. So that's fine. Okay, I can see your feet. I just need to see the leg that you're standing on, right? This leg here, the bottom leg. So here, I want to see that part. Yep. Okay, good. Mr. Adve, can you bring your camera down a little bit too, please, so I can see your feet? Perfect. Thank you, sir. Okay, Mr. Timothy. So you have to turn your bottom foot. Okay? Turn so that the heel faces the camera. And then you have to push straight. There you go. So the hard part about this, Mr. Jaden and Mr. Timothy, because this is a new kick for you. All right. And Mr. Jishnu, you guys have to learn how to pivot and kick same time. So when you turn and do this part, you also have to kick at the same time. Okay, that's the challenge. That's the hard part of this kick, is to be able to turn and kick exactly at the same time. That's good, Mr. Rodvig. Very good. Okay. All right, go ahead, and if you feel comfortable with this side, you can certainly switch legs and do the other side. And as you notice right now, all we're doing is using our front leg to kick, because it helps us not have to pivot all the way. Okay, eventually, once you get this exercise down, then you'll put your leg in the back, you'll come to the half pivot, and then you'll go to the full pivot. Okay, but right now, just start with just lifting your front leg. Yep, you got it, you got it. Lift your toes up, Mr. Soldiers. Lift your toes up, lift your toes up. You got to lift your toes up like this. Yeah, yes, right? See, you got to act like you're standing on a block, and then kick that way when you push. Okay? You have to snap. You have to snap. That's the hard part. Mm-hmm. Nice, Mr. Jaden. Looks good. Okay, better, Mr. Timothy. Try to keep your toes sideways, okay? Not up, sideways. So, Mr. Timothy, one thing you want to do, okay, don't let your foot be like this when you lift up. Look, you see my leg here? You see how my toes are pointed on the ground? I want this. See, when I lift my knee, my toes come up too. Don't lift and do this and let your toes hang down. Lift your toes up like this. Okay? That'll help.
Sir?
Yes,
Sir?
sir. Scoot back just a little bit, Mr. Rodvig, and do it again. So just lift that right leg up. Lift your right leg up, good. And then pivot and push your kick out, same time. You're on mute. I can't understand what you're saying, sir.
Should I keep my leg that is on the ground sideways when I kick?
No, you need to turn it. That's what we're doing. We're pivoting, right? When you kick, right? You see how my this bottom foot, when I kick, it turns. It's got to turn. Always got to turn. So Jaden and Timothy, right? Once this comes pretty comfortable, you have to work on now. Once you push out, you have to come back. Okay? Right now, right? We want to just get that part down. And then when that feels really good, then you start practicing this movement where you come back, right? 1, 2. Okay? That's part 2. Okay, blue belts and up, right? You have something called a double side kick. Okay, so when we do the double side kick, it's a half pivot, full pivot, meaning the first low kick is a half pivot. Right? So when we do our low kick, right, we're going to do it up this way. Don't pivot, just lift your knee up and kick kind of down and in front. That's the first one. You come back in, then you pivot and you push out for the second like we just did. Okay? The key here is right? When I say kick low and then kick high, a lot of people, when I say kick low, they kick straight down at the ground. Okay. If you do that, you run the risk of stubbing your toe. Okay. Especially when we do like double roundhouse kick, right? Or double front kick. A lot of times people will stub their toe because they're kicking down. We need to kick knee level. So if we're kicking knee level, you have to kick out in front more. Okay? Out in front more. Not down, but out in front. Okay? Once again, when you lift, don't pivot. Just push out, soft, bring it back in. And then on the second one, pivot. For now, since we're practicing kind of slow, I want knee level and maybe thigh level or waist level. Okay? All right, so blue belts and up, go ahead and work on the double side now. Yes. All right. There you go, good. And try not to drop your shoulder. So go ahead and try that one more time. So here, so extend that one, and then pivot. There you go. Because if you drop your shoulder, like when you do the second one, you drop your shoulder. See, yeah. You're gonna lose your balance one, yeah, and you'll always find yourself falling forward. There you go. Yep. And so basically what we want to do is just try to think about, I want to look at my target. So you see how I keep my shoulder sideways, looking over my shoulder. That's the key. So if I turn my shoulder, then it's very difficult for me to see my target unless I'm an owl and I can turn my head all the way around behind me, right? So, all right, of course we do, right? But when it comes for kicking purposes and so forth, this is much better position than trying to do it this way. So try to keep your shoulder sideways. That's the key. Don't lean, Mr. Odvig. If you lean backward, then you're always going to fall, like you're almost going to fall to the ground. Okay, so when you kick the high kick, you have to turn all the way. Okay? This is probably the hardest kick to really master, is that double side kick. Because the target really, once you're really proficient in this, the target should be knee level and face level. So that's what makes it challenging, is to be able to get a higher kick without losing our balance and throwing the kick properly. So. And when you get to black belt level, you actually have this in a Poomsae, this kick. So. Because at this point, for most of us, right, we do front kicks in Poomsae, a few side kicks for green belts and senior green belts and higher, senior blue belts and higher. We add the roundhouse kick inside the Poomsae. All right, and then at black belt, we add the double side kick. So. Okay, Mr. Odvig. Mr. Odvig, you are just bending your knee. So you do this, and then all you're doing is this. Okay, you have to kick and pull it back in, and then pivot for the second one. Okay? Don't just bend your knee. Yep, that's good. That's perfect level for you, sir. No, if you can do that, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And we will do that because as adults, we're a lot stiffer than someone like Natalie or Isaiah. So the stiffer we are, we have to compensate to try to get higher. So we lean to get our kick higher. So this is what we call a counterbalance. So the higher I lift my leg, the more I lean. That's just a natural tendency. So if you can control it, there's nothing wrong with you leaning back to control it. Right? But if you're leaning back and you're finding yourself constantly falling, that means that you're probably leaning too much. So you want to try to balance it, because once again, it's a counterbalance. You're trying to balance out the weight of your leg being out here so you don't fall forward, with how much of my body should I be leaning back so that I don't fall and I'm balanced on my leg. All right, it's kind of like the T drill that we do. All right, trying to get that balance, because in order to truly do a T, because a lot of people, they go, okay, I'm doing it. This isn't a T. Right? It's a lot harder when you have to lift this and then get your upper body a little bit lower, straighten that out. So that's the same thing with how we throw kicks. So anytime you're trying to kick higher, we tend to lean to kind of compensate, because we're not as limber as the youngsters. So I do the same thing. I have to lean as well to kick higher. So, but it's just being able to control how much of a lean so that I don't fall over. All right, good. All right, just about another minute or two, and then we'll take a break. It's better, Mr. Timothy. You gotta work on that. That left leg isn't as. We need to practice that side a little bit more. Right side looks good. Okay, left side, the one you're doing right now, that one, toes are still sticking up like this. All right, we want the toes to be sideways, like this. Okay, not like this. Like this. Yes, like that. Still's pointed. All right, it looks like roundhouse kick. Still, Mr. Timothy. It's okay. That's what we practice. All right. So you're working hard. That's good. Lift your toes. Okay, so now, Timothy, when you lift your leg up, you have to lift your toes up too, like this. Okay, you're lifting your leg up like this. So when you kick, right, that's why you're doing this, and then you move your foot after. Don't do that. When you lift your knee up, lift your toes up same time. Okay? All right. All right, let's take a break, get some water. All right. It's a little hard. It's good, though. Good. That's what training every day does. Helps you to get better with the extension and so forth. So you've been killing it with the training, so it's good. Soccer, when soccer start back up? You don't know yet? So I would imagine they're going to be practicing in January sometime, right? Hmm. Hmm. I would imagine, yeah, they're going to try to reschedule a lot of that stuff if they can, right? I would imagine that the cancellations come when they can't reschedule it, right? So, all right, go ahead and work on your Poomsaes for a little bit, please. On your own. Okay. You want to, after she gets done with her forms, you want to work with her on her self-defense techniques. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Figure out what to do with my arm when you do the side kick. Just straighten it out.
Mm-hmm. It's a hammer fist.
Oh.
It's like a hammer fist strike.
Okay.
Yeah. So just think here. All right, I'm just coming across it. Mm-hmm. Correct. There you go.
I feel like a little dance move there.
Really, what it is, it's a stomp, is what it is. So you do your low block, inner block, front kicker. It's a. So what you're doing is you're attacking like if I'm the assailant here, right? So I just threw a punch here, right? Now what you're gonna do is you kick at me, right? And then you're gonna stomp down my foot. Yeah. So that's why after you kick here, you want that foot to come diagonally. So a 45-degree angle, yeah. So because if you go straight at me, you're gonna stomp with your toes. Not as much.
So you're stomping with your
heel. Yes, yes. So just think about using the heel landing right on the top of my foot, and at the same time you're adding that back fist strike. Yes. Insult to injury, right?
Yes. I like it.
Hammer fist, yes. So these are the slapping elbows. So basically, once that you do the hammer fist there, just keep that hand out there and then bring the elbow to it. Yes. No. So you just go back, do your high block, side kick, and hammer fist. Okay, now keep the hand open there. Open it, and then elbow to it. Like that, okay? Yes. And turn to the back, low block, inner block, front kick, stomp, back fist. Okay. So this is a stomp, all right? Here you stomp to the floor, all right? Like you're trying to step on someone's foot. Okay, yeah. And then the other foot comes after. Yeah. So after you do the front kick, you just kind of keep that knee up. Yeah. There you go. So yep, just like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, you got to move the front leg back. So yeah. So here you did the low block, right, sir? So then you have to move this leg back, and then you do the other hand. Kia.
Yeah.
Good, all right? And then you step back, and then you move the other leg. Good job. Then you step back, and other hand. Nice.
Sir?
Nice. Good. Mhm. I'll be with you in just a second, Mr. Timothy. There you go. And then apex. Okay, so make it sharp. All right, sir. Good. All right, Mr. Timothy, you had a question?
Do we work on our sparring?
Not yet. Just work through Poomsae for a little bit. Work on your stances, okay? You guys need to make sure your stances are the same size. Okay, sometimes your walking stance looks like this, and then sometimes your walking stance looks like this. Okay, so you need to make sure they're always the same size. Okay, you and your brother, all right? Work on that for just a little bit. So let's go back to that first movement, man. So this is just like your fighting stance.
Okay. Oh, so palm.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then here, yeah, basically. There you go. Yep. And then from there, drop, and then 2. And then same thing other side. 1. And then 2. Correct. Yes. And then some more forward. Front kick punch. Side kick. And then back stance. So, yep. So back stance, though. Keep your weight this way. And then there you go. 1, Make sure that back knee is bent. Okay. Good. Straighten out that arm. So keep in mind, if we're striking, which this is a strike, because if I'm punching here, you're going to be attacking my neck. So any other striking technique should always be straight elbow. Just like when we do like reverse psychic knife hand strike, straight arm. If it's bent, it's more treated like a block. So I want to block.
Okay.
So yeah, so straight, strike, bent, block. There's your mnemonic device to help you. B's and S's. Good. 1, 2. Check, 2. Good. 1, 2. Good. Oh, no, it's just a single punch, sir. So you did left, right here. And then when we turned it to this side, it'd be right, left. And then you did 2. Yeah, you did 1, 2. So 1, 2. And then when you step to the back, it'll be left. Yep. 1, 2. Yep. And then left, left, and right. There you go. Make sure you step forward on that last punch, Mr. Jaden. Right? It's not a reverse punch. You have to step and punch. Okay? Mr. Rodvig, make sure those blocks don't come way out here. All right, Mr. Rodvig, stop them here in front, not out here to the side. 1, right? 2. 1, right? Not way out here like this. 2, right in front. I know you know this, right? This is all white belt stuff, yellow belt stuff, senior yellow belt stuff. But we have to make it look really great, right? Because you've done it for a long time. All right, Mr. Timothy, Mr. Jaden, go ahead and work on your 3 steps, 1, 2, and 3, please. Make sure the other hand is always at your waist, Mr. Rodvig. Right? If I'm low blocking, it needs to be here. If I'm punching, it needs to be here. Okay, not here. All right? It looks like you're doing you're doing this. You see? Right? I want my hand here. Side of the belt. Questions? Or you?
No, I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
I'm trying to work backwards.
Got it. Okay, good. No. Remember, Jaden, when brother punches, you want to step back with your right leg first. Block with left hand. No, you have to block with left hand. Yeah. So step back and block. Step back right leg, block left hand. There you go.
I finished all my Poomsae, sir.
All right, sir. Go ahead and work on your 3 steps and 1 steps and takedowns, please. It's the same thing on number 2, right? Mr. Jaden, Mr. Timothy, same leg as number 1, just different block, okay? Number 3, we switch the legs and switch the hands first. Keep going. No, low block. Do your low block and then step and punch, right? Punch. Yeah. Then other side, right? Low block. No. How do we turn? How do we turn? We have to turn this way, right? Turn, low block, and then punch. And then turn toward the back, right? Low block, and then punch, punch, punch and key up.
Yep.
Okay, try it again, Junbi. Okay, try keep on our chung again. Ready, 시작. Okay, don't watch them. Don't worry about what they're doing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Good job. How do we make that turn? Go back. Yes. There you go. Mm-hmm. That's right. Okay, good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
There you go. See? Okay, good. Yeah, what's next after that one? What's the next Poomsae after keep on air chung? No, not take a air chung. It's this one. All right. What's this one? Blocking set number 2. That's right. Okay. So do blocking set number 2 now. Yes, sir. Nice job. Yes. Good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Good. Yep. All right, good. All right, and then what's after blocking set number 2? No. Taeguk irchang. Okay, so show me Taeguk irchang now. Okay, a few more minutes. Good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm. 2 more movements. Good job. Don't forget your key out.
Yep.
Good. So see, now you know 5 Poomsaes. You know 10 basic stance, blocking set number 1, keep on air chung. Blocking set number 2, take a air chung. See, no 5. Good job. Okay. All right. I think you have time to be able to do blocking set number 2 and take a air chung one more time each before class is done. Okay. Good. Any questions, Mr. Rodvig? No questions? Okay, good. All right. Are you interested in competing? Doing competition, Mr. Rodvig?
My dad's thinking about it.
Okay. All right, just checking.
Okay.
So go back to that hammer fist. So once you're at the hammer fist there, you're going to open up that hand and you're going to bring the elbow forward into it. So this one's like a,
Oh, was I doing like this?
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Hurt myself.
yeah. 1. So you strike, boom, and then keep that hand open. There you go. Good. And then you'll do the other side and be the same thing. So now with the other leg, other hand, keep that hand out there, bring the right elbow forward. Yes. There you go.
Are you supposed to do that all in one When you stomp and
The stomp, the back fist, and the key up occur at the same time. The left leg trails after. So it should be Kia, and then the. Uh-huh. It takes
doing them
the.
all at the same time.
No, you've got the stomp, right? And then you're doing the stomp, your hand comes after, and then you're doing the leg after. So we want the stomp, hand, and key up to occur at the same time. Then this comes after at the end.
It's hard to put them together.
I know it is. It's like walking and chewing gum at the same time. Better. Better, yep. See? There you go, yep. Good. All right, about 30 more seconds and we'll finish up. 30 more seconds, good. Any questions on anything? Looks good. So, good. And then how many takedowns do you have? About 4? 3 or 4?
Yeah, I need to brush up.
Okay. We'll start working on those and get you guys ready. So, okay. So then we'll get you caught up on the sparring technique. So takedowns probably for soldiers probably about 3 or 4, and for you about 4, sir. Mm-hmm. So we'll get those, and then board breaking technique will be roundhouse kick this time and knife hand strike. So you have to do a hand and a leg. Knife hand strike will come across, yes. Mm-hmm. Just like we do, like reverse side kick, that type of a knife hand strike. And then roundhouse kick will be with the ball of the foot. Like, so imagine it being just like your front kick, but with a turn. That's it.
And the strike should be the front of the leg?
No. You don't want that. You ball the foot. Yes. Yeah. You can do it with the insta, but it's very painful. So yeah, so like on the bag that you have at home, just kind of work on, just kind of angle yourself, and then that's what I want. So the hardest thing with this is, obviously getting the foot position right. That's the first part. So if you have a hard time with that, start with the front kick and just do the front kick and get the foot position right, and then just kind of move a little bit and then just turn a little bit and do the same thing. All right. What you don't want is here. We don't want to be completely to the side, because if we try to do that, the toes will always hit. So the angle is just going to be at a 45 degree. Yes. Mm-hmm. So it'll be challenging for him. That's the biggest thing. It's usually what happens with them. So, all right. And so it's, once again, it's just an angled front kick is all we're doing. So we just want to see a little bit of a pivot and hit with the ball of foot. So. Okay, good. All right, let's line back up, please. Let's finish up, everyone. Great job, everyone. Oops. All right, from here, chadat, face the flags. 쿠키아이의 경례. Turn and face me, please. chadat, 사부님께 경례. Okay, 운동 끝. All right, have a good night, everyone. Right, just so you know, tomorrow's the last day of training for 2020. Right, we will be closed Thursday and Friday this week for New Year's, and then we start next year off with a bang. So starting next year again, the 7 o'clock class will be specialty training. So Mondays will be CrossFit. Tuesdays are going to be competition team Poomsae for color belts. Wednesdays will be for black belts only. Thursdays will be for competition team Poomsae for black belts. And then Friday will be sparring, free sparring, Olympic sparring. All right. That's the 7 o'clock class. We will continue to run the 3 o'clock class at least through the end of January. And then we'll see what happens. All right. So I know for some 3 o'clock is really early. But for others, they like it because they can get their workout in early and then be done. So we're going to keep running 3 o'clock at least until the end of January. Right? Probably Thursday or Friday, the schedule for next week will go out, and then you guys can sign up starting for next week. So, All right. So if I don't see you tomorrow, Happy New Year. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next class. All right. Class dismissed. Great job. Yep. Natalie, can
Happy
you-
New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Jishnu is Poomsae Strip.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.